Guess who made a music? I made a music. That's who made a music. I did. Tree powers activate. God. Yeah. We're making... Well, I've made... Oh god, I can hear myself. There we go. There we go. Right, now I've got to tell Twitter, because, you know, they've got to know too. You're a minute late, I'm literally on time. I literally started my stream the second that it said 9 o'clock. What the fuck do you mean I'm late? What the fuck do you mean I'm late? Also, I changed the time that it released, now that the original tweet is wrong. Whatever, it's gonna be out soon. Anyway, I put the link, and then I go down, and then I'm like, hey, I made a song, let's talk about that. Good mythical morning. I made a song because I remembered how to do that. Wow, let me tell you about it. Wow, let me tell you about it. Now, where's my thumbnail? I've got to find my thumbnail. Speaking of thumbnails, in fact, I can tell you about that. I can tell you about the thumbnail. I can tell you about the thumbnail because the thumbnail was an important part of the stream, of the song. Here we are. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Why the fuck did you go on that girl stream instead of making the song? Because I wanted to raid someone. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to raid someone who was like the same size. Oh god, who does similar shit? Anyway, I was working on the song. You can't just like raid someone and then leave them. You gotta talk to him a little bit. I left immediately. I left after that, and then I started working on the damn thing. Oh god. Found a... Not... Just because I raided a streamer does not mean I'm their fucking boyfriend. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Oh god, well, that's right. This is why I shouldn't raid people. No, at the... Fine. The end of this stream is gonna raid into my song premiere, so... You know, not yet, but you got a chance. I got a chance. Is this why people say little Chris is having a crush? No. I'm Aero Ace. How would I have a crush? Oh god. I just think, hey, this person is cool. I bet you're the sort of person who plays like Fortnite or something. You hear a girl on the mic and you're like, oh my god. I can't believe it. I can't believe a girl plays this game. Yes, female humans exist. Chris, stop ignoring my content. It has nothing to do with anything. Oh, god. Your comment has nothing to do with anything. He's an ace bender, like an avatar. I am Bender. Wait, no. I am Bender. Please insert girder. It's not that hard to not be weird about female humans existing on the internet. God. He's been putting spoons in his mouth recently. I've been putting spoons in my mouth? Apparently I've been putting spoons in my mouth. No, the spoon is an instrument you can play. You can play the spoons like an instrument. Did you know that? Did you know you can play spoons like an instrument? I remember listening to a song where they did that as part of, like, the sound effect folly. They like, dinked it against a cup. They dinked a spoon against a cup and it was like, ding, 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 ding. Yet you claim to be airway. It's not like I'm putting spoons in my ass. It's not like I'm putting spoons up my ass. See, that would be a sexual thing. Or maybe it's just like the fancy way to dig in your butt. Why is that the first thing? It's 5 minutes into the stream, Chris, and you've already mentioned digging in your butt. You've already mentioned digging in your butt. Oh, god. Oh. Spoons in your ass? I never thought of that. Oh, god, it's how the upper class digs in their butt. No, how the upper class digs in their butt is they use a bidet. They use a bidet and it sprays water up there, and congratulations, it's gone. All the shit is gone. You don't have to... You don't have to wipe your ass if you have a bidet. Maybe you want to wipe it afterwards anyway, your ass will be wet. But, you know, I remember the South Park episode where they got a bidet. They got a fancy Japanese toilet, that's what it was. And the water and big toilet paper was like, we've got to kill Randy. He's got a Japanese toilet. It wipes his ass for him. And then right at the end, he's like, I got fucking shot. Wait, also, I'm streaming Kingdom Come Deliverance. That's self-promo. I'm putting you in timeout. Shut up. Oh, God. Yeah, sometimes I remembered I have rules. Oh, God. Sometimes it's like... I remember when Chris reads all the comments. Some of the comments have nothing to do with anything. Oh, God. Chris has a crush on a spoon. Where are you getting your information from? Where are you getting your information from? A crush on a spoon? When have I ever kissed a spoon? I use spoons as tools to eat food. Like, I don't know, I like tiramisu. That's pretty good. It's my favorite dessert. You have sauces. Well, stop using them. God. He's not denying it. I mean, a spoon is an inanimate object. It's fine to... It's fine to put them in there. Oh, God. Whereas my comments are just jokes and other flying spoons. I know, but sometimes sometimes people talk about things, I don't know what they are, so there's no point reading the message if the conversation's gonna go nowhere. That's what it was. That's what I meant. Oh, God. Anyway, what was the point of the stream? Oh, yeah, I made a cover. I made music. Should I open the... I've not really planned anything for this stream. But should I open... He sucks on the spoon until his mouth is filled with cream. I mean, that is what tiramisu is. That is what tiramisu is. That's what the dessert is. It's like coffee, and if it's a good one, amaretto, in the same thing. They soak it into the coffee, not coffee. They soak it into the biscuits. And then it tastes like coffee and alcohol. You know, you get an upper and a downer at the same time. It's nice and soft. And then you get cream and you put that on top and it looks like a mattress sometimes. Then you put chocolate on top of that and it's the best thing ever. So what is this stream? I'm gonna show you a bit of the behind the scenes of me making the song, and then you're gonna see the song, cause I'm gonna release it. Anyway, let's go over here, because I want to show you. Do you prefer more coffee or more alcohol? More coffee, because I am a coffee addict. I'm a caffeine addict. Face reveal. No, just because the song looks like that does not mean that it's a face reveal. God. I'm not... Yeah, God. What do you mean? This is my face. You're looking at it. You're looking at my face. What do you mean face reveal? Are you not happy? Are you not entertained with what you already have? Anyway, might as well show you some of the art. So we have face reveal when then you are literally looking at it. You are literally looking at my face. What do you mean? Why is there sands in my folder? Chris is Fox confirmed? I'm Toby Fox. That's right, you found me. I'm Toby Fox. I am the Toby Fox. That's right. That's right. Well, I might as well show you the art first, because the art's already here. So, you might remember, if you're an OG of my channel, you might remember my cover of December by Canaria. I always call it that. I don't call it Deck, because that doesn't even make sense. Where is... Open a new window. There we go. Because I feel like if I look at my covers folder, you know, some folders I have named properly, and some folders are just named the most random shit possible. Like, you know, I have my fan art folder, I have my fonts folder. Where are the covers? I have to click through like 3 different things to find my covers. Where was it? Oh, there it is. You might remember a while ago, that is a lot of backgrounds, holy shit. You might remember a while ago that I made... If I can find it, let me just... I have to click through my covers again. I made a cover of a different song. Let me just zoom these in so I can actually see what I'm looking at. You remember I made a cover of... Ah shit, it's way too big. I made a cover of that one song by Canaria, so I got art that looks like this. It was made by Dracial on... It was made by Dracial on VGen. She is a Spanish artist. She did a pretty good job on my last cover that I asked her to make the art for, so I just asked her to make the art again. So now we have browse for my covers. Because my last cover was Gaia, but I did all that myself. I didn't use any art for that. I chroma keyed my hair to be magic. Is this it? PNG, JPEG, one of the two. Anyway, here it is. Here's the one that we made. Yeah, it was the same person who made the art for this one. So, yeah. Do you have your fan art with a smiley face thumbnail? Oh god. My smiley face. My fan art folder is literally fan art people have made of me. There's no porn in there. Because no one's made porn of me. Oh god. And if you do that, I'm not gonna look at it, but I'm not like against it. I'm just not gonna look at that shit. Cause I'm not into it. Chris, about magic. Do you believe in magic? That's from TF2. It's not from TF2, but they put it in TF2. Phony, What, am I fake? It had to be phony. It had to be phony. What's so bad about phony? In the original version of the song, the tuning on Kafu makes it sound like she's saying, Horny, horny, horny. Oh god. I like phony, but where the fuck is King? I decided to make a different song that was remixed by the musical Ghost. It was a bait and switch. It wasn't a bait and switch. It was just, I didn't think that I sounded good with the King cover, so I decided to make this one instead. That's what happened. I feel betrayed. It's fine. After this, I still have a Canaria song to do that I already have art for from someone else. So, you know. Oh god. This song is from The Lovin' Spoonful. Do you believe in magic? Anyway, speaking of songs, there are other bits of art that I did. Where the fuck? Oh, right, I can change this. This isn't the only art there is. There's more of it. Also, before I got the background back, this is what the thumbnail looked like, because I didn't actually... So basically what happened originally is what she sent me was the actual art, but she forgot to send me the background without a watermark on it, so... Unfortunately, I had to, like, edit it with a flat background, and then, you know, I DM'd her on VGen, and she was like, well, here's the real background, and I was like, yes, thanks. So... It looks better than it did. Chris, why the fuck are you wearing a furry mask? Because that's in the original music video. That's in the original one. That's part of the original video, and I wanted to make my own version of it. I mean, if you've watched the trailer, which is on the actual video, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'd say my editing's pretty good. There's a reason why there wasn't a short the other day. It's because I spent a whole day editing. I spent all day editing. That's why. Also, why do you look like a furry? Well, I'm not a furry, but I'm furry adjacent. Did you cover it in English? I covered it in English, and I wrote my own trans lyrics. That's right. Trans lyricists. That's what I technically am now. I wrote my own versions of the translated lyrics that rhyme, so yeah, you're gonna like that. You're gonna like that. The only bit you saw in the actual trailer is Antipathy World. Oh god. I still have my peaks? My peaks? The fuck are my peaks? Oh right, from when I was making it on Reaper. I've moved to Reaper. I've moved to making things on Reaper now. So yeah. So it can go great or it can go terribly. Yeah, I would say my lyrics are good, though I liked how they sound. And this is the first cover I've made where I've actually not hated how it sounds after I've mixed it. You know, because I like how I sing. But sometimes, I mix the song and it sounds bad. But then I had to get it through into my dumb little head that, oh yeah, the way you hear it in the door is how everyone else is going to hear it when you're done. So yeah, I did everything except the art. I did the music video, I did the vocals, obviously, I did the mixing. I did it all except the art, who I paid someone on VGen to do. It was only like 30 quid. That was pretty cheap for the art. When does it premiere? Right after this stream. We're gonna raid into it. Right after this stream. Oh wait, there were some creative things that I made. So, I made these little icon thingies. So I made this, and so you might see it in the trailer, in the little preview that I posted, but I made these like emoji thing. These are literally made out of emojis, by the way. This is literally made out of the diamond emoji from Twitter. In fact, all of them are made out of the emoji from Twitter. Because you know like how in the phone in original video, it does the thing at the start where it's like bum 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 bum. You know, after they'd say antipathy, well bum 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 bum. I made my own little icons for the start of the song. So you have this one, which is a diamond. You've got in fact, you know, a diamond, a rabbit. Oh yeah, do you remember that I have Oshi marks? Because I have Oshi marks. These are my Oshi marks. A diamond and a rabbit. Because I'm a carbuncle. That's what carbuncles are. Pretty much. I made an Oshi mark that represented what I am. Because that's what the point of an Oshi mark is. And then we just have, you know, my third favorite emoji, the funny sparkle. I just rewatched the trailer. Why the fuck does Sans appear at the end? You know, because I decided. So originally, it wasn't gonna have scatting in it, and then I thought, wait a minute, no, that fits like the jazz genre. So I was like, ba-ba-doo-ba-da-bee-ba-da-ba-doo-ba-da-doo. And if you notice, the AI sparkle is a different shape to that. The AI sparkle is a different shape to the sparkle emoji I like. This one's curved. This one's concave, and that one's convex, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure the AI sparkle is like... It's like thinner. It's like... I don't know, but this is different, right? This is different, right? I would never be a clanker. Anyway, like I was talking about, yeah, Sans, you did see Sans because, oh, hello. Oh, hello, Sans. Yeah, you did see Sans because, if you listen to it again, there's a little Easter egg in there. If you'll notice, if you watched it again, you realize, wait a minute, he's scatting Megalovania, what the fuck? And YouTube thought that was Russian. YouTube thought that was fucking Russian. Yeah. I've had some problems with YouTube auto-dubbing. Oh god. YouTube auto-dubbing. My mortal enemy. I hate you, Google. Why did you do this? Why did you add this? Why does Google add so many crappy AI features to their website that nobody wants to use? They think... Like, literally, if you look at the video... In fact, I keep saying this, but like, subtitles. Because how it works is you have to upload a separate video and unlist it to make it the trailer. You can't just make it part of the video. But for some reason, the subtitles are auto-generated in Russian. Even though there is no Russian in the song. It's an English cover of a Japanese song. There's no Russian in there. Because I realized when I first uploaded, like, the premiere trailer, YouTube was like, it sounded like shit, and I was like, why does it sound like shit? And then I click on it. Oh, it's auto-dubbed to Russian, what the fuck? It's not Russian. It's like auto-dubbed to English, and it says Russian original. Russian original. The fuck do you mean? Oh god. The last, like, video The last music video I saw that happened to was original Vocaloid song by Short King. Why does it say in Russian? I don't know. Does my does that sound like Russian? Does that sound like Russian to you? I might have been Russian to make the song sound good, but that was about it. Also, yeah, Draciel, she came in clutch, and by that I mean she made shitloads of art for this. She made like different expressions and shit. I just want to gush over how good of an artist Miss Draciel is. Ah, God, it's not the right. Transform, reset, transform, there it is. It's got a watermark so nobody can steal it. But yeah, 16. There's lots of different art of me. Look at it. Don't I look pretty? Halfway through the commission, when she was doing the hair, she was like, do you want me to do like regular anime hair, or do you want me to do like sparkly gem hair? Because, you know, that's what I've noticed that your model has. And I was like, sparkly gem hair. Give me the sparkly hair. I need to be sparkly. Look at my sparkles. Look upon my sparkles and weep. You notice. Yeah. It's not grease. It's not grease. There's no grease in my hair. You're not allowed to look at grease. You're not allowed to call it greasy. Also, they're ears, not horns. Get this through your thick little skulls. Anyway, let's go over here. Yeah, I want to be at a decent size. And what else is there? She's made a crap load of art. So you got me with like that, and then you got me like with, that's what the point of the mask is. I'm never making a cover of that. Fucking normal pills. Dream took his normal pills. Chris, fucking shower. I do though. What do you mean? It's not greasy hair. Also, here's the transparent version. Wow, would you look at that? It's transparent. You can tell because of the background that doesn't exist. Yeah, the hair. I like how the hair looks. I'm a big fan of how the hair looks. Like, look at that. Look at that. It's even sparklier than I normally look. Damn. It's like every time I introduce myself to someone, they're like, hey, your model looks like Land of the Lustrous. I'm like, that is one of my favorite animes, so yeah, that is the point. Washed that hair already. Haven't showered since February. I don't have to say that I've had a shower for you to know that I've showered. What? Oh no, more AI sparkles. Don't let the clankers take the sparkles from us. Don't let the clankers steal sparkles from us. I want to keep them. They're mine. The sparkles are mine. If anyone takes the sparkles and associates them with a thing I don't like, I will sue you for $1 million. That's right, Google, you're not safe. You're not safe, Google. Google is not safe. Anyway, there's a version with my mouth open. Wow, he's gonna open his mouth. I can't believe it. He opened his fucking mouth. I can't believe it. Speak your truth. Speak your truth, King. This is me speaking my truth. You sent a cat. You've sent a cat. You've sent me a cat. There's the cat. It's very tiny on the actual stream. But you've sent me a cat. Thanks for the cat, I guess. Anyway, then I'm looking at you. Like, damn. Damn, look at him. He's looking at you. The AI bubble is about to pop. We're so back. It's no longer Jova. We're so Barack. We're so Barack. Oh god. We're so back. We're so back. I can't do an Obama impression. I can do a Trump impression. That crooked AI, we're gonna get rid of it. Somebody send me a cat in a box. I'm gonna find the cat in a box. Anyway, New anti-piracy will cause the criminal's computer to relay the position to a satellite equipped with 3 meter anti-osmium with enough explosive force to level a small continent. See, that's how I avoid paying taxes, but like, we can use deadly amounts of explosives for, you know, any amount of things. Here's my life hack channel. Here's my life hack channel. Here's how to... You need more pauses than actually sound like Trump. Oh, alright. Anyway. I should start a life hack channel where I just teach people how to solve all their problems with deadly explosives. It's like, oh, you can't open a pickle jar? Yeah, little do you know, I actually kin the creeper from Minecraft. You know. So there's your fact of the day. That may or may not be a fact, or just me fucking around. Most of the things I say on stream are just me fucking around. And then there's... Oh my god, is that the Fox mask from Fortnite? It's not from Fortnite, but yes it is. And no, I'm not a furry, even though people keep implying that I'm a furry. Just because I'm a Sonic fan and a Pokemon fan doesn't mean that I'm a furry. It means I have autism. Those are different things. Please understand. I don't have that flavor of autism, okay? Okay, sometimes I have a different flavor. A different flavor. Not everyone is the same. That's right. Anyway, I think I've shown you all the art. I think I've shown you all the art that's in it. Let me have a look. Yeah, there's, yeah, exactly. I've shown you all the art. I've shown you Sans Undertale. Oh yeah, the lyrics. I don't really want to spoil the lyrics. So, I don't really want to spoil too many of the lyrics because I've made a lot of those. I wanna, you know, surprise you with them. But I guess you'll get spoiled a little bit because I'm gonna go into the project file and I'm gonna show you how it works. Let's open Reaper! Yay! Also, yeah, I moved to Reaper from BandLab because fuck Reaper. I mean, fuck BandLab. Because fuck BandLab. Reaper is not free, but I am using it like as if it's, what is it? I am using it as if it's WinRAR because I've not actually passed the, you know, I don't have to, the license, I'm still in an evaluation license, so I can still use this software. Anyway, where was I? Oh right, I was gonna turn this off and show you window capture Reaper. There we go. Wait, let me make sure nothing's doxing me here. No, nothing is doxing me here. Okay, let's just... What? Hello Reaper. Welcome to Reaper. The edgiest named... The door with the edgiest name possible. Yeah, welcome to Reaper. I don't know why it's called Reaper. It reaps the sounds, I think. I don't know. Anyway, here we are. In Reaper, I can turn the BGM off, because you're gonna get to listen to this. I remember hearing AI started using other AI images for sources, which is really funny. It's gonna start inbreeding itself to death. Thank you. Thanks, incest. Someone's gonna clip that out of context, aren't they? Oh god. Thanks, incest, for killing AI art. Anyway, where is... I want to get the chat up at the same time, so I'm loading it up. I'm loading up the stream on my phone, so I can read what you're saying while I show you through. The project file. Wow. Anyway, hopefully... Oh god, my internet's dying. Right, well, anyway, let's click around here. Reaper software shanked me with a serrated shiv. Yeah, not a scythe? Okay. As you can see, there's many a harmony in here. There's a lot of dual bits, and you might think, and if you are a music person, you're probably looking at this and thinking, Chris, what the fuck's going on here? Why is the instrumental, like, the second thing there, when you've got the vocals on top of it, when you got the main vocals on top of the instrumental, but then more vocals underneath that? What are you doing? And I'll tell you what I'm doing. It's called making music. Oh god. These originally did not have harmonies, and then I thought, so how I record things is I record the whole song. So what do? Is I learn the song first. I do like a whole rough recording where, you know, I try to learn the song. it sounds really bad because I have bad breath control. And then what I do is I go and record every single bit that I can. You know, I sing up to the point where my voice gets tired, and then I add more to it. That's pretty much how I do it. I tried to do it in one go. Reaper's actually pretty cheap. I use an even cheaper one, but it's terrible. I might buy the license for Reaper. I don't have the music autism yet. I don't have strong enough music autism yet. I barely have any harmonies. If I bring up the effects tab, can you see it? Let's have a look. Can you see it if I bring up the effects? You can't. Okay. Well, I've got a couple of effects. I've got re-EQ, I've got EQ, I've got compressor. Oh wait, that's not the right layer for that. Okay, if I go to the effects tab of like the main vocals, we've got reefer, which I use to get rid of the background noise. In fact, I'm using it right now on OBS. That's what gets rid of my background noise. I have the EQ. I actually used a preset and then changed it a little bit so it fits my voice. You should cover Pepsi, man. You should cover Kickback. You should cover your ass. Yes, I have the advanced compression technique of make your lowest vocals the ones that get compressed and then make them louder. Because then even if you're really loud, you don't sound too loud in the actual mix. Which bit do I want to give away how I sound? Let's have a look. Is this the chorus? No, this is not the chorus. I believe the chorus is... No, this is like the pre-chorus for the last verse. If I remember properly, I think... Yeah, the original pre-chorus does not have any harmonies. But if I play it... Wait, we can't hear that, can we? We can't hear that. Let me just... I forgot to put the audio. Wait a minute. I forgot to make the audio. Right, hopefully this doesn't blow your ears out. I hope it's not too loud or too quiet. So let's click on this. So we have, in fact, why don't I just play the chorus on its own? Nice. Oh, I can't understand the simplest things. Just who the hell am I? You know, cause I'm just searching all the time, asking every night, do you love me? I cry cause I can't even tell you goodbye. Phony, phony, phony. I'm tangled in a web of lies. Guess I'm just a phony. And so yeah, that's what my mixing sounds like. I thought I did a good job on the mixing, cause usually when I mix a song, it sounds like shit. You know, my own personal opinion, I thought that my songs were bad. I like the lyrics. See, this is why I want to keep the lyrics a surprise. Because I worked on my own translated lyrics, like I was reading it, and then I went and then after I wrote the lyrics, I went and listened to different English covers of it. Like I went and listened to Will Stetson's cover after I wrote my own lyrics, because I feel like if I went and listened to a different translyricist, they would affect the way that I wrote my own lyrics. So basically what I did was I went to, where is it, the Vocaloid lyrics wiki? For the song, phony, Vocaloid lyrics. There we go. I went to the Vocaloid lyrics wiki. I literally just read the words. I read the words. I hate translation. Who decided to build that damn tower? Tower of Babel, go! God. So what I did was I went to the Vocaloid lyrics wiki. I literally just read the lyrics, listened to what the song sounded like, and tried to make lyrics that fit the rhyme scheme. Pretty much. Like, I tried to make some of the lyrics actually rhyme with, like, you know, I actually tried to fit it inside of a rhyme scheme, because the original song, in Japanese, does actually try to fit inside of a rhyme scheme. Like, where's the actual chorus? 簡単な言葉のまらないかは私ってなんだっけそれそれ言うのせの yoni. But yeah, yoni rhymes with phony, doesn't it? But like the lyrics, you know, do you love me? I think that rhymes with phony, kind of. Like love me, phony. I feel like that kind of rhymes. I feel like those kind of rhyme with each other. I mean, they do like rhyming phony with phony. I'm here, Sparrow here. Welcome. I'm talking about how I made my lyrics. I'm talking about how I wrote the translated lyrics. Because that's basically... I've been doing this for a bit, but I've not uploaded a lot of English covers, because the first one I wrote for was Goddish, and I could not sing Goddish, mainly because of the hard bit that's like... You know, that bit? Also because Goddish is a really hard song to cover, so... Also because Goddish is a really hard song to sing. So, this one is, you know, easier. Especially for my vocal range, because the original phony does not fit my vocal range, but because I went with the Musical Ghost remix, which is a jazz version, that's a jazz version, so I felt like it fit my lower voice better, because my natural range is a lot lower than, you know, Kafu, which is the original Vocaloid that sang the song. The plague of Charlie Kirk edits on Twitter is eventually gonna kill me. You could just block the people who make them. You could just say, hey Twitter, I don't want to look at this, and then your algorithm will become full of... In fact, what's my Twitter algorithm? It's literally just like Pokemon, VTubers, music, and that's it. I feel like that's literally it. Yeah, it's Vocaloid, it's VTubers, it's Pokemon fan art. I found a Japanese guy who's like way more obsessed with Diancie than I am, somehow. You know. Oh god. Charlie Kick as opposed to Charlie Punch. Oh great. I don't know why I'm looking at Twitter. I should be talking about how I made the damn song. But yeah, some of these don't need multiple layers. I don't like to make my songs sound too processed, basically. So, if you listen to it, like, if I turn off all the effects, that's what people like listening to, right? If I turn off the effects, on it, then it should sound slightly different. It's a bit too quiet for the actual music, isn't it? You'll notice that. You'll notice the raw vocals are actually a bit too quiet for the music. That's what the compressor is for. So if I mute that, actually... Oh, I can't understand the simplest things. Just who the hell am I? You know, cause I'm just searching all the time, asking every night, do you love me? I cry cause I can't even tell you goodbye. Phony, phony, phony. I'm tangled in a web of lies. Guess I'm just a phony. Yeah, so that's what the raw vocals sound like. It sounds hollow? Yeah, it's weird. This is why we have stuff like EQ and compressors, so that your voice sounds a bit more full, you know? I don't even know, I just watch these streams for human communication. Oh god. Yeah, so it sounds a bit... This is why we add effects to it, because if I add... how many effects do we have? I think I can add them separately. So, without the compressor... In fact, with adding just the compressor... Oh, I can't understand the simplest things, just who the hell am I? You know, it sounds... If I play just the compressor and the instrumental at the same time, you'll notice that it actually fits the volume of the song properly. Oh, I can't understand the simplest things, just who the hell am I? You know, it's almost there. Basically, I like to add a bit of gain every step of the process, because I don't want to add like too much gain in one go, so it sounds either way too loud or way too quiet. I like to add gain in every little bit of it, so if we add, in fact, reverb needs to be on that anyway. So if we add the EQ now... Oh, I can't understand the simplest things, just who the hell am I? You know, cause I'm just searching all the time. It sounds way better. And now I'm gonna play it with just... Now, we're gonna play it, and we're gonna keep clicking on the EQ, on and off, and you might be able to tell the difference. This is why mixing takes so long, except for the fact that I used an EQ preset. It didn't sound right, so I changed it a bit, and then it sounded better. No, I can't understand the simplest things. Just who the hell am I? You know, cause I'm just searching all the time, asking every night, do you love me? I cry cause I can't even tell you goodbye. Phony, phony, phony. I'm tangled in a web of lies. Guess I'm just a phony. Antipathy world. Yeah, it sounds a lot. It sounds like a lot less full. Like, it sounds a lot less full of a voice when you don't have, like, EQ. Because what EQ does is it lets you basically accentuate the good bits of your voice while, you know, getting rid of the You'll notice when I talk, I have a little bit of a nasally, like, sound. And if you listen to the song, you'll realize that's not exactly there because I used an EQ, because I used the EQ to make it get rid of this bit of, like, you know, you don't want to sound like that because this is a really bad voice. I know. It's like right at the back of my voice, but you can hear that. You can hear that. I sound like this at the there's one little tone of my voice that sounds like that. That does not sound good when you're singing. But then you have, you know, this bit of my voice that sounds like, you know, nice and deep and full and nice and deep and full and, you know, kind of like, you know, that's kind of what you're looking for in jazz music. You know, it's like, what's the word? Crooning? Yeah, crooning. Yeah, that's the word you're looking for. Like, if you sing like this, you know, it's like, it's what in my Echo cover that I deleted because it sounded like shit, that was basically the whole song. I did it way too much. Why are you awake at 5 a.m.? It's 5 a.m. in, like, your time zone, not mine. Not mine. But then if we turn all the effects on, no, I can't understand the simplest things. Just who the hell am I? You know, it sounds way better. It sounds way better when you add effects. But yeah, mixing is not. It's not rocket science, but also you get better at it the more you do it. The more you mix, the more you realize that adding more layers is way easier and makes it sound way better than, you know, using auto-tune or whatever, because I don't like using auto-tune. I think if you're a good singer and you use auto-tune, it makes you sound worse. Anyway, I think let's go over to a different, that's right at the start of the song. Let's actually go to the rain's falling down from, that's the first verse. That's the first verse. Also, no, I did not make the instrumental. The instrumental is made by the Musical Ghost. I used the Musical Ghost instrumental. That's why I credit the Musical Ghost in the actual video. And you're like, wait a minute, the guy who makes Undertale remixes made a jazz version of this song? You covered Echo, I beg your pardon, I need to listen to that. You don't. It sounds like shit. My voice is way too deep. I'm forcing a way too deep voice in it. The fucking mixing is awful, because I did it myself and I didn't know what I was doing. Now I know what I'm doing. But if you listen to this on its own, the rain's falling down from the grey clouds of despair. It's getting so dark, it's falling on my hair, going through to my core. Gotta get gone, that's not good for my heart. So yeah, that bit. If you get rid of one of the layers, the rain's falling down from the grey clouds of despair. It's getting so dark, it's falling. Like, it sounds like it needs something extra, because it's like right at the start of the song, isn't it? Chris, send me the song, please. I don't know if I still have it, but if I do, maybe. That's not a guarantee. Anyway, these dynamics are crazy. Yeah, the dynamics of sometimes I'm way too loud and sometimes I'm way too quiet. Oh god. Sometimes. But this is why we have compressor. This is why we have compressors. This is why we have a compressor. But yeah, my second layer isn't actually, I'm not like trying to do like a harmony or anything. I'm literally just singing the same notes but quieter, and it makes it sound like there's another voice there, because, well, there is another voice there, so if you listen to it. Falling down from the grey clouds of despair, it's getting so dark. Oh my god, this is fucking terrible. I've not listened to just... Holy shit. So, I've not listened to just the second vocal layers on their own. Holy shit, this sounds so bad without on its own. But it makes the original bit sound way better. You'll notice, like, if a vocalist does like multiple layers on a song, they'll make The second layers won't sound as good as the original layer, because the original layer, they're trying the best, and in the extra layers and the harmonies, they're just like, I'm just trying to hit the notes, I'm not trying to make them sound good. Pretty much. So if you listen to this. The rain's falling down from the grey clouds of despair. It's getting so dark. It's falling on my hair, going through to my core. Gotta get gone. That's no good for my heart. The words are where the like it sounds awful, but if you combine it with these vocals, the rain's falling down from the grey clouds of despair. They sound great together. So sometimes it's not about singing. You know, it's not about, you don't have to be a perfect singer in every single layer of why are you posting blank messages in my chat. What the fuck? What is going on? You've been consumed by the void. You've been possessed by the demon Pazuzu. Oh god, that's my new insult. That's my new insult. It's like, girl, you're acting like you've been possessed by the... Like, girl, you're acting like you've been possessed by the demon Pazuzu. Hey Chris, can you hold these for me? Those are your organs. They say my hunger's a problem. They tell me to cut my appetite. We're not making another cover yet. I got a noise complaint when I made this. Anyway. No, that was from the karaoke stream, actually. I got a noise complaint for the karaoke mystery stream last week. So, you know. But thankfully, the apartment arc is nearly over, so I can be as loud and annoying as I want. Very soon. The apartment arc ends very soon. Do you know the game called The Call of Karen? I do not know The Call of Karen. Are you the manager? Are you the manager in this game? The hole must feed. Okay, sure. The music must feed. I must feed EQ into my voice. What does... Sorry, let me just see what this sounds like without... No, fuck. Let me see what the harmony layer sounds like without any... On its own. If I solo it, and I turn off the effects, how bad does this sound? So I turn them off. The rain's falling down from the grey clouds of despair. It's getting so dark. It's falling on my... You can barely hear it. Well, I did make it quiet, so it doesn't, like, overpower the original vocals. I tried to make them not as loud, because I don't like them being too loud and taking over the... See, that's... You don't have to have very good secondary vocals if you just make them really quiet. The rain's falling down from the grey clouds of despair. I'm basically just speaking with a rhythm. That's basically I'm barely even singing at that point. I'm barely even singing down there. But you don't need to sing. You don't need to sing. You don't need to sing good in your second layers. That's what the point was. Anyway, it's a game about a housewife and with a terrible son and dad. Later she has to deal with a demon god. Banana, you do know that counts as spamming, right? It's impressive how you managed to remove the sound of sword fighting in the background. That's because Reaper is a really good noise reducer. Yeah, that's because Reaper is really good for noise reduction. It's what I'm using right now. I'm using a bunch of Reaper stuff on my voice right now on OBS. If I go to my microphone filters, we got noise reduction, that's refer. We got gate, that's regate. We got compressor, that's recomp. We got gain, that's just OBS gain. We have reverb, which is a different plugin. This is Tal Reverb 4. And then we have EQ, which, if I don't sound different, that's probably because I'm not singing. But yeah, they're basically all Reaper plugins that I'm using on OBS. Because they're better than the ones that come with OBS. When some people are like, oh, OBS is like... Don't use noise compression in OBS, it makes you... Noise reduction in OBS, it makes you sound terrible. Okay, I don't use OBS noise reduction anyway, I use Reaper noise reduction. Noise reduction. Like, I used the Reaper plugins when I was still using Cakewalk. And I realized afterwards, oh, Reaper made their own door? I might try that out sometime. I thought it was hard. It's not hard. The hardest thing in Reaper was figuring out how to actually add effects. As it turns out, you have to click on the button that says Show Effects Window, and then it shows the effects window, and then you can add effects to it, and you've escaped the void. Good for you, you've escaped the void. You've left the void. There's not much of this left. I mean, There are. Should I talk about one last thing? Should I talk about the scatting? I feel like I should talk about the scatting. Let me just... Because originally, I was not going to put the dabba-dooba-dabba-dee-ba-da-scooba-da-boo. That's called scatting. If you don't know what that's called, it's called scatting. Because of Scatman John. I don't know, he's... Anyway, listen to it. Da-da-da-da-da. So it starts... Da-da. This is the bit that YouTube thought was in Russian, by the way. Da-da. Yeah, a certain skeleton may make a cameo in that part of the song. A certain skeleton you may be familiar with makes a cameo in that bit of the song in the music video. I thought it would be funny, so I put it in. I put it in that Sans. Yes. Sans, what are you doing in this guy's music video? I don't know, I thought it was a skeleton of fun. Oh god. Yeah, so, you know, I added a bit of scabbity bat bat doo bat 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 boo bat boo. I thought that would sound good in the bits in between the actual singing, because I thought, because if we get rid of it, if we mute it, it's missing something. Also, the original, you'll notice that there's not just one bit that is a Megalovania reference, because in the original instrumental, there's a bit that the musical ghost actually put in himself, that, because he puts it in all of his remixes. All of his remixes have a Megalovania reference. Because it's literally, it's 4 notes. It's 4 notes, so you might as well. Like, there are some musical artists that put, like, the lick in all their songs, like, that's you know, and if you've ever listened to Jamie Page, if you've ever listened to the Vocaloid artist Jamie Page, you'll notice she has a leitmotif. It's called the Constant Companions leitmotif, and I think it's baby, do you know what it's like to die? And you'll notice it's in like all of her songs. All of her songs, now that you've heard it. Because like Toby Fox uses a lot of leitmotifs. I love Will Wood, even though he isn't a Vocaloid. Is that Synthvie? Let me look that up. Who is this? No, that's a singer. That's just an actual human singer. Okay. I'm gonna be honest, sometimes I've listened to Synthvie songs and I've thought, wow, the singer in this is really good. And they're a synthesized voice. I couldn't tell, because it was tuned so well. Or whatever. Like that one song that is like... There's a lot of songs where if they weren't Synthvie, I wouldn't know. If they didn't say they were Synthvie, I would have no fucking idea. Like, Man in the Mirror, that's what it is. Not the Michael Jackson one. The one by Rip Producer. The one by R.I. Producer. Yeah, that one. Yeah, if it didn't say that was Synthvie, I would think it was just an actual singer. Because it sounds like fucking... like Maroon 5 or something like that. Not Maroon 5. Fucking, like, pop punk. Like, Panic at the Disco. That's what it sounds kind of like. Sounds kind of like, you know... Panic at the Disco. Fucking... Chemical Romance type shit. I don't know much about Vocaloids, but I know how to make napalm. That's going on my life hack channel. What the fuck are these emojis? YouTube is not telling me. I love Panic at the Disco. Then you'll probably like the Vocaloid producer, R.I.P. producer. R.I.P. producer? R.I. producer? You know, it's supposed to say R.I.P. in his name. That's the thing, you know. I'm pretty sure I found out about him through one of the viewers. They sent me like a song that he made. And I was like, oh yeah, this sounds good. And then I found more songs. And I was like, wow. Like, what is it? Bio Cognito has it. That's the one. That's a good one. So my reflection shows someone's thoughts but not my own. I got the man in the mirror says. Yeah. That one. That one's, that's like pop punk vibes, I guess. I don't know. Because there's a difference between pop punk and rock punk. They're different genres. They are similar, but they are not the same thing. Okay, I'm at the disco. When do I start panicking? Oh god. I know Rip Producer too. I found them for their Fruiting Body song. I found them through a song someone recommended me on stream, and then I found his Moon Knight song, and I was like, oh yeah. I didn't know it was a song about Moon Knight until I read the description. I was like, I guess it is about Moon Knight. I guess people can make Vocaloid songs about anything. Cool. Also, there was like a Synthie cover that was TV Time from Deltarune with lyrics, and I thought that was an actual singer. And then I read the description, I was like, that's Synthie? What the fuck? So yeah, let's just say vocal synthesis has come very far from Vocaloid 1. It's come very far from Leon and Lola. Oh god. If you know, you know. Anyway, I should go over here now because it's almost time to send you over to the actual cover. We got 5 minutes. So what can we yap about for 5 minutes? How good Vocaloid is? I don't know. 5 minutes left for Anti-Peak. I'm gonna hate your song. No, because it's bad, because it's not King. Well, I'm sorry that I said I had the instrumental. I didn't say it. I don't think I promised I would make a cover of it. I said I wanted to make a cover of it. I didn't say I was going to. The way I make covers is if I spontaneously hear the song and I like how it sounds, and I'm like, I'm in the range and key for that, I'll just make it right then and there. Because otherwise, I don't get the song made. I have to have enough motivation to get the whole thing done in like a week. That's what I have to do. No kidding, I learned how to code from a dream. No, you said you were going to. Did I? I think you've learned by now to not trust me when I say that. When I say things. Oh god. My favorite Panic at the Disco song is Don't Threaten Me with a Good Time and Crazy Genius. Crazy equals Genius and Mercenary. Yeah, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. Mercenary sounds like the title of a TF2 Pan song. Oh, golden, that means I win. I'm going to smack you. Anyway, we have music. We've made music. Should I send you to the music? I've got a... No, this raid's already set up properly. Yeah, this raid's already set up. I set it up before the stream. I changed when it was, but I'm gonna double check, make sure I've actually got the raid set up, because the whole point is that I'm raiding into the song. Let me have a look, because we don't have long. I have to speed run, looking at my YouTube settings, making sure I'm doing it right. We have some people staying up pretty late, so I've got to make sure that Is stream ending, I guess? It's ending soon. Not a very long stream, it's an hour-long stream, because there's not really much I can say about making a song. Oh, is that a brick flying towards my... Now, why would you do that? Why'd you throw a brick at me? What the fuck? Why did you throw a brick at me? Anyway, customization, redirect. We are redirecting into my cover premiere. I hope you have a good time there. It's in just a little bit. It's exactly 10 o'clock. See you in like a minute, I guess. Oh god, no, in fact, I can keep yapping for like 1 minute until the stream ends. So, see you in the chat of the song. Yeah. I'll give it like until 30 seconds until it starts, and then I'll raid out, because there's a bit of time that it takes for the stream to end. So I can, before it, because of the stream delay. Anyway, there's a stone in my skull, please send help. Unfortunately, we cannot help you with that.